Alright, there we go. Come on. Good boy. Do you spot planes or? Oh, he spotted a plane this early. Go ahead. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Walk with Regis. Today is October 30th. Happy early Halloweenies. Today's weather, the highs will be in the low 60s. The lows will be in the low 30s. There will be a 0% chance of precipitation today. It's going to be a gorgeous day, but cold. And there's Caddy Bree. Hi, Caddy Bree. Caddy Bree. How's my baby girl? How's my baby girl? Yes, look at this beautiful baby. Look at this beautiful, happy baby. Alright, come on, Regis. Let's go for a walk. And Caddy Bree, too. She wants to come along. Alright, let's see. What news stories do we have today? Our first news story of the day. Shooting at a downtown casino leaves 3 hurt. A large number of shots rang out in the early morning hours in the parking lot of the Seneca Buffalo Creek Casino. A large number of calls to 911. Officers from the Buffalo Police Department were called to the scene of a triple shooting outside the popular downtown entertainment venue. Officers found 3 victims in total, 2 men and 1 woman, all of whom were in their 20s. Investigators have said only 3 people who were shot lived in Buffalo, and they have not released any additional details about the individuals who were hurt. Come on, Regis. The 3 people were transported to Erie County Medical Center in Buffalo's Grider neighborhood, and they are currently in stable condition. Was that the one that I had in my history? Yeah, that was the one. Oh no, here's another one. I put this in my history so that way I could read it for today. Aw, look, Regis. Alright, so here's our next news story. Pet the kitty time, yes. Preteen tried to rob bank in Buffalo. A 12-year-old boy was arrested on Friday afternoon after he tried to rob a bank in Buffalo. According to the Buffalo News, the boy walked into the M&T Bank on Jefferson Avenue and demanded money from the teller. At about 11:30, police say the boy went into the branch office at 1300 Jefferson and passed a note to a teller demanding cash. The boy did walk out of the bank with a small amount of cash, but police took him into custody. The boy didn't display a weapon during the robbery, but he did pass a note demanding money. No one was injured in the robbery as the boy left the bank without incident before being apprehended by police later that afternoon. The boy's name was not released by police because of his age, but he's being charged with third-degree robbery, which is a felony. Not the first time a teenager tried to hold up a bank in Western New York. Back in 2016, 2 15-year-olds were arrested after they tried to rob a bank on Elmwood Avenue. It happened on October 12, 2016. Police stated 2 females walked into a bank and demanded money. The 2 teens were charged as juveniles with robbery. And that is Western New York teenagers nowadays. Alright, let's see. Halloween flash mob raises money for children's hospitals. I wonder if that happened here. Never been part of a flash mob before. Halloween is underway in Western New York, and Future Dance Company put on a spooky show and a thrilling flash mob. Dancer Amber Vanderbush in this performance, like many other, fuel her passion for dance. I just love seeing all the crowds of people, and I love dancing in general, she said. Vanderbush shares this annual flash mob is for a very thrilling cause. We're performing Thriller by Michael Jackson, she said. Performing at the Hamburg Playground, 60 dancers performed in benefit of 2 children's hospitals. This is like the 20th year of doing it, and for St. Jude Children's Hospital and Oshai's Children's Hospitals, one of the owners of Future Dance Company said. So it's for those 2 hospitals. The most important thing, and looks like somebody shattered a bunch of light bulbs. That's the most important thing, and Michael Jackson was a huge person that actually gave back. So since we're doing Thriller, it just goes hand in hand with what he would do. Alongside with the performances, Future Dance brought out food vendors, local Girl Scouts serving hot chocolate. Vaccaro said this event just doesn't give the community an opportunity to give back, but to enjoy some time with each other on the dance floor. Okay. There's another article for the whole dancers perform Michael Jackson's Thriller in the village of Hamburg. I'm happy for the village of Hamburg. They get all the good stuff. Not all the time, but, you know, they deserve it. I'm happy for them. What are you doing, Regis? Come on. Look at this gorgeous kitty. Oh, look at this beautiful baby girl. Look at this beautiful baby. Yeah, you're so beautiful, Catty Bree. Yeah, come on. Regis, it's just a tree. You've sniffed this tree before. Okay, let's see. What else news stories do we got? A talk with the artist behind new Harriet Tubman mural in Buffalo. Gino Morrow completed a mural of Harriet Tubman at the foot of the ferry. He talked about his vision for the mural and what you won't see in it. And maybe it's a video. Let's see if we can hear a video.
The first time I saw a Kohler Luxstone shower, I was blown away. Made from American marble, these walls are...
Here we go.
Buffalo has many murals. Each tells a story. There are some that stand out, like this one of Harriet Tubman, an abolitionist. She helped lead many to freedom using safe houses along the Underground Railroad, which had stops here in Buffalo. On that path is now a mural of the woman many called Black Moses. Meet the man behind the mural, Gino Morrow.
It's a large canvas to work on, you know, the expressway, the overpass, the wall. And so I really spend a lot of time just meditating on the pure size of it. But the things that you could not anticipate is, okay, how would I respond to being 14 feet up and on a scaffold on unlevel ground? Then the spiders, oh my goodness, there's a spider infestation going on. The actual subject matter of Harriet and Child was inspired by a sculptor by the name of Wesley Wolford. My focus for the concept was this sort of juxtaposition or duality and this constant contrast taking place. And so what you see in the eyes of the child versus what you see in Harriet's eyes is you have a child who is definitely in fear, but trusting, because of course, as a child, you trust the adult that you're with. And then you have Harriet, who is experienced and full of determination. You contrast that against the background where you have a very dark past that's represented in the form of a storm in the background versus the bright future, which is represented by the butterfly and the flower in the foreground.
to use his skill and tell the story in art about Harriet. Her eyes.
You can look into her eyes and you can see the determination. You can see her face and the intensity and the focus.
Why would you attack the car?
I think what I wanted people to walk away from is the fact that having that degree of determination and focus creates the outcomes that you desire.
The lightning bolt.
The lightning bolt itself is, first, it does represent the crack of the whip because the sound of thunder is and the crack of the whip are very similar.
Freedom.
The monarch butterfly is the intuitive desire to be free or move about naturally. And so the monarch, of course, has a path from north to south and back north again when it migrates and reproduces. If you were to take a map of the United States and lay it directly behind the thunderbolt or the lightning bolt, it is actually the path of the Underground Railroad from the south on through to Canada. So I actually pulled that symbology off of a map and tied it in as a source of nature in the form of a lightning bolt.
And the fact that this mural is right here where you are on the United States and there's Canada.
Exactly.
How does it make you feel to do this in your hometown?
I'm honored.
Your name is now forever etched on that roadway.
I'm putting my soul into this because I feel a connection to it.
Morrow now lives in Dallas with his family. And he takes time to follow the saying,
notice he moved
each
from
one,
Buffalo.
teach one.
If I wanted to inspire the next generation of people who learns about this story, I don't want to inspire them from images that make them feel like chains, whips. You know, that's not inspiring to me. I love my history, and I know my history well. And I think that that's a relevant part. I have to teach my children that, but I have to also teach them about how to continue to hope.
Hope. Harriet. Because he's learned to hope with opportunity, he's leaving a mark on the path of freedom.
This whole mural is so well thought out. From the lightning bolt, which is the same path as the, Underground Railroad and everything. I absolutely love everything about that. Now let's see if we can find any more news stories. Come on. Alright, so there was a funeral for a Baldwin teen stabbed on campus at University in Buffalo. This article is for a day ago, so I'm going to assume it was for yesterday. The funeral for Tyler Lewis of Baldwin will be held at 10 a.m. today on Union Baptist Church in Hempstead. The 19-year-old died earlier this month after police say he was stabbed in an on-campus fight at the University of Buffalo. The police say they have a person of interest in his murder. No arrests have been made, though. I know, I seen her. She's been following us and rolling over in front of me and wanting pets every time I'm walking. It's so cute. That was his daddy. That was Regis' daddy talking. There he is. Knocking his knees around like he does. Oh, there's the poop Regis promised me was coming. Good thing I have this handy dandy bag. You guys should always pick up your doggy's poop. I think I see some hair in there. He's been licking up off the floor again where there's hair. Well, this will take a minute because he's busy passing hair. I remember the last time I passed poop that had a long hair connecting them, and oh god, is that an uncomfortable sensation. Ever since then, I've religiously tried to make sure there's no hair, no fur in my food, so that way that'll never happen again. Alright, come on. Boy, Regis, you stink. You stink. Pewy, pewy, pewy. You stink. That's my boy. He stinks. Alright. Oh, here's a very interesting story for all you Buffalo Bills fans out there and all you Josh Allen fans out there. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I respect you. I'm with you. Residents in Maine are trying to vote Josh Allen into office. Early voting has begun in many parts of the country. This story is a reminder to people to educate themselves on their local candidates. I'm not sure if this is really good news for the Bills or really bad news for the city of Maine. As many people head to the polls in the city of Westbrook, Maine, they're looking to vote for a candidate who isn't really running. They're trying to vote for Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. A few folks have stopped by City Hall to let us know there's something wrong with their ballots. They've seen lawn signs around town for this Josh Allen fella, but he's not listed as a candidate. Please note that Josh Allen is the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen is not actually a candidate of the city of Westbrook. Votes cast for Josh Allen will be counted as blanks. But now we know we got some loyal Bills fans in town. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Oh, here's another news story. New York State is offering positions to retired officers. I mean, why bother retiring, you know? You only just spent your entire life slaving away for a paycheck and you want to enjoy your free time. Why bother retiring? Go back to work. I hope you know that's sarcasm. For my whole life, I've been told that the plan for life is supposed to be go to school, get a degree, get a job, settle down, have kids, provide for your family, and eventually when you're old and gray, you retire and pick up a hobby like golf or shuffleboard. Well, one particular group of retirees now has quite the opportunity in front of them. New York State is now offering retired corrections officers a chance to return to work, and I have to admit it sounds like a hell of an offer. Alright, well, let's see. What's the offer? For starters, the offer from New York State to retired officers is the opportunity to come back to work on a part-time basis. Ow, put that down! No! Terrible. Bad. One more incident of you picking food off the ground, you're going to start getting muzzled. Just one more. The only reason why I don't muzzle you is because I fucking trust you. And it looks like I haven't been able to trust you. Comment section below. He's a dog. He's opportunistic. He should know better. Yes, I know better. But I also know how I train my dog. Alright. For starters, the offer from New York State to retired officers is opportunity to come back to work on a part-time basis. The Director of Personnel for the State Department, Kelly Ahern, stated that this part-time basis would allow officers to continue to receive full retirement allowance without loss, suspension, or demunitation while simultaneously. In addition to working this part-time basis would also allow retirees to make up to $35,000 a year. That comes out to a whopping $34.81 an hour. In comparison, New York City corrections officers from the academy through their first year make close to $48,000 a year. This number then increases every year that follows. New York corrections officer, by the time they reach 5.5 years, could make as high as $92,000 per year. That's in addition to a plethora of benefits. Okay, so I just want to point something out. It's not about the article. It's about 8:35 in the morning. There's your white field of frost I was telling you about. Just look at all that morning dew that got turned into frost. Look at how white that grass is at 8:35 in the morning. Can you imagine how cold it is if the grass is still that white at 8:35 in the morning. Okay, that was all I was pointing out. Alright, let's see if we got any more news articles. Not interested. Here, I wonder if I could do something about it. Not interested in Chick-fil-A. There we go. I'm sorry guys, but I will never in my life support Chick-fil-A. Not after I tried to get a job there and they were doing okay, so no more news stories for the day, but I'll give a real life story. Me and a friend got a job at a Chick-fil-A. I know it was a long time ago, but they're all the same. All these Chick-fil-A's are the same people. And we were at orientation watching the worst training videos I ever seen in my life. I mean, Sesame Street could have done a better job. And we were teasing and making jokes along with everyone else in the room. Our jokes were pretty tame compared to some of the other jokes they were making in the room. Our jokes had no offensive profanity, were clean, nothing sexual, nothing. You know, just references dating back to like the 1930s about how bad the videos were back then, because that's all they had, you know. Really clean, healthy jokes. So the instructor, after the videos were done and when we were about to take our test, takes me and my friend, and only me and my friend aside, and tells them she can't see us working for Chick-fil-A and that she has to terminate our employment before we even begin, when everyone else in the room was making far worse jokes than us and disrupting the class far worse than we were, and said that our appearances didn't fit with their standards. Mind you, we weren't dressed outrageous either, but so since then I've boycotted Chick-fil-A. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. He says, hit the like button, share, subscribe. You heard the man. That's my little boy right there. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.